got. I said I'm in love with my hood, just know my love ain't lust. Hater said he had my chick, just know my broads ain't touch. Don't be snitching on my clique and get my dog caged up. Look for smoke and get you all blazed up like a chimney. Aggressive with the ace when I hit your face with the mini-me. Have to switch the place when I use the K on the...
Hey, we're back. Another day, another dollar, another week, another K&A episode. Am I right? That's what people say nowadays?
Yep.
That's what they say nowadays. Episode
21.
I think it's 20.
21.
91. Is it actually? I think it's 20.
This 20.
The GOAT.
No, 21. There's one coming out.
All right. Episode 21. 21 weeks. When do we start? In like March?
Something like that.
Nice. So what's going on with you guys? This is the K and A podcast. I'm your host, Kenny. Brought to you here with Adrian. Should we say the government because it's formal?
Yeah.
Checo. AC.
AC.
Central Air. Get yourself some Central Air. That's what the people are saying nowadays. Shout out the Yankees. You know.
Trying to be funny.
Yeah. Shout out the Yankees. Yeah, y'all did y'all thing. Y'all brought the trip home and everything. We're in basketball season.
Go Knicks.
Go Knicks. Y'all getting
and
killed.
go Kyrie.
Go Kyrie. Yo, shout out the Cavs though.
10-0. Crazy.
No, I don't know. Put me on any team. We going 10-0. Respectfully. Anyways, this episode we're gonna talk about the future, not Back to the Future, but our future of the nation. Kids. Do you like kids?
Do I like kids? Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure. I mean, I don't find nothing wrong with them. They're annoying sometimes, but that's about it.
Nah. If we're talking about specific Starbucks kids,
Oh no, they're the worst.
they make me want to cry on the inside.
They are the worst.
But that's our future, bro.
Let me get a straw. All right, bro.
Except,
Please.
yeah.
The hell?
Yeah, you walk into the register. Yeah, I can get a water. All right. And then walks up. I'm like, damn, bro. How are you? What's up? I don't know. But the reason I sparked this episode is really for two reasons. The birth of my nephew. Yo, shout out you, nephew. I'm getting old, bro. Logan, we love you. And I was at work, and I forgot who it was. But I guess they were doing something in the lobby.
Mm-hmm.
I think they were just being stupid, or they were like doing something like stupid, like kid shit. And someone next to me goes, "Yeah, and that's our future. Like that's a future pilot, doctor, or something." There. And you were doing TikTok dances and shit. I'm like, I'm not gonna lie, they spitting. And then on Halloween, I was like, cause it was like crazy. It was like hella busy, stupidly busy. And I had this older gentleman come in. He said, "Oh, you guys not trick or treating?" I'm like, "Nah, we stuck here with aprons on. We're just." Starbucks baristas today. And I'm just like, yeah, but these kids, they're doing a lot. He goes, hey man, it's Halloween. When you were their age, you was doing the same thing probably. Like you was being rambunctious and annoying and stuff, and they're just having fun. So it just puts things in perspective for me in terms of like, damn, like these kids is really the future. So I wanted to touch on a topic where we kind of discuss our opinions and things how it would probably lead for them in the future. How things are gonna go. Yeah. So first things first, how do you feel we're being raised differently in terms of like how we're growing up?
I feel like they're not beating their kids enough.
They're not beating their kids enough? No facts.
Nah.
Not facts.
They don't discipline them anymore. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like that parents, they're letting the kids get away with a lot of stuff. And they don't realize that it's the little things that, make sure you say please. Make sure you say thank you. Make sure when you go up to somebody, you at least come off as not a, asshole. But yeah, I think that's what I think of
it as like breaking the cycle, because I mean, you ain't have fun getting hit, so like, why would you want to continue the cycle of hitting your kid?
But it's like it works. It works,
Yeah, in a sense. I was looking at more in terms of like,
Not like, you know, physically.
you think they're going up smarter?
Yeah, yeah. I feel like that the older generation looked at our generation and was like, man, you don't know how lucky you have it. Like, y'all got technology, I got this, I got that.
Yeah.
So I feel like as it starts to progress and move forward, the generation after us is gonna have even more tools, just like we did. But that's just, you know, the birth of creativity and how it's been moving forward and how it continues to grow. And with AI and all this stuff, it should go to new heights.
Yeah, I mean, think about it like this. There's old heads that don't even know how to use an iPhone. And these 3-year-olds, given to it, they know exactly how to get to YouTube and play some Cocomelon.
No, literally.
Like, that's crazy to me. But I think, like, in terms of that, I mean, I feel like we bring this up every single podcast. How the kids be crying and their parents just hand them an iPad.
Mm-hmm.
And that's something that, yes, it's technology and they know how to use it, but it's not the correct parenting method, in my opinion, at least. Because I don't have any kids.
Yeah.
I probably will never have kids. But yeah, I just think that those types of things and technology is progressing so fast that we're giving it to them at such a young age that they're developing a lot faster than they should be. And
the thing was, their freaking attention span is probably horrible.
No, it is. It is. Those TikToks with the Subway surfers on the bottom and the video on top, yeah, they get me every time, bro. Every time. I sit and I watch the whole video. It's crazy. And I don't know. These middle schoolers especially, I don't know, bro. You ever notice that these kids is making like hella money on just like technology compared to before?
Mm-hmm.
It's insane.
I mean, you know, there's somebody we know that could be making almost a band off of TikTok.
Yeah, I know. Of one video. It's
That's crazy, yo.
Now
That
think about
shows
it.
you.
Imagine telling somebody from like the 80s, like, yo, like, imagine making money of just combing your hair.
No, literally.
Showing people like your hair, or, like doing funny dances or just doing skits. Like, that's crazy.
That is crazy.
That's crazy. Like, yo, what are they, in a theater or something? Get an audience?
But that's like when we were growing up, that they were like, oh yeah, like you can make money playing video games. Like if you get into the league, you can make like $100K or something, or whatever the grand prize is. I don't know how much it is. I don't know if it goes that far, but you know,
I don't know, bro. Times are changing, and now the more I speak about it, I feel like an old head. I feel like
you sound like an old head.
I feel like an old head, bro. Cause like, you ever listen to like the music these kids are listening to now, bro?
You still listening to that kind of music?
I do, but to an extent. You know what I'm saying? Like, I could do it to an extent. But, like, once we go too deep in the underground, I'm like, damn, like, what the fuck am I listening to? Like, this is trash. Like, there's a certain extent to how much I can like. And I like all types of music.
Mm-hmm.
I like all types of music. And contrary to popular belief, I don't just listen to New York music. Everybody at work be like, oh, we about to play some drill music? I'm like, I don't listen to drill music. I don't listen to drill music anymore.
Sure.
You've heard me play a drill song recently?
Yes.
Chef G does not count.
You play old drill.
Like what?
I don't know those dudes.
Exactly.
But I'm saying you do play it.
I don't play drill unless it's like Chef G or Sleepy. I've grown out of that phase. You got to grow out these phases and stuff.
My
You know what I'm
fault.
saying?
Mm-hmm.
I listen to all types of music. But once it gets to like, who's a good example? Who's a good popular example? Like, you know who, damn, bruh. You know who Ken Carson is? So basically, Playboy Cardi has his label, or like a group called Opium. And these kids are fucking fanatics for this guy, man.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I swear to God. But his music is, I can't listen to it. I don't know what it is. I can't even listen to Cardi anymore. I don't like it.
But Cardi was never good.
Cardi was comp. What?
Bro, stop it.
What?
Bro. He had one album.
What?
The rest of that stuff after that was trash.
What?
I cannot listen to
After
Cardi.
a Whole Lot of Red, I could listen to him. Whole Lot of Red was fucking tough. Don't say that. Whole Lot of Red was fire. Don't say that. Whole Lot of Red was so tough. Don't say that.
Talking about this one, bro.
Whole Lot of Red was tough. With him on the cover bleeding, yes. That shit was fire.
That shit was
was
trash.
beautiful.
Oh my god, that album was so bad. I could not believe what I was
That
listening
was a
to.
great album. That was amazing. You have to give it a couple listens, bro. That shit was fucking peak.
Yeah, after a couple listens.
You've listened to albums and like it instantly was like, damn,
Two
this is
times.
fire.
If I listen to an album twice and it's fire, then it's fire. But if I have to listen to it 3-4 times, I'm like, bro, this is not good, bro. You're just getting used to it.
No, I don't. I mean, 3 or 4 times is crazy. Like I listened to it twice and I liked it. It was good.
I can't.
But regardless, my point is like music is getting more and more distasteful in my opinion. It's more of not like it's not what you're saying, it's how you make the person feel listening to it. Like I'm not gonna lie, we're not gonna have another Drake or J. Cole or Kendrick coming out anytime soon. Just based on how the sound, based on how everything's playing out right now. In my opinion, but that's just me. I sound like an old head, and I could be bickering, and in the next 10 years, I'm gonna be like, "You kids don't know what real music is like," and I play some fucking Migos in 2012 or some shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Like
I don't know. I don't listen to music a lot anymore. Anyway,
Yeah,
90% of the time when I go to school or work, my car is literally silent.
That's weird.
Oh,
That's
listen
so
to a
weird.
podcast.
That's
Silence.
That's weird.
Nothing in my car.
That's so weird.
I only play it if there's people in my car.
But think about it like this: you really like a Daddy Yankee Pitbull kind of guy.
Oh my God.
You know what I'm saying? Like when it comes to like Bad Bunny or Alafia, you're like, bro, what the hell is this? This ain't real music. You know what I'm saying? You picking up what I'm putting down, or you leaving it on the floor? All right. Well, back to what's important. Anyways, so one thing I really wanted to touch upon is the removal of regents in New York, in high schools especially. How do you feel about that?
So you want to start out with like the education system?
Yeah.
Okay.
You do that.
So the fact that they removed regents, it says that this is what it says. It says New York is planning to eliminate the requirement to pass the regents exams for high school graduation to better prepare students for college, careers, and the workforce. So what the hell did we take them for? All right? We was stressing over these shits, bro. Like, we had to, like, literally had to make sure that you passed them, or what was it before that? It was like you needed them, no?
In elementary school, you took a state test.
Yeah.
In middle school, I think middle school and elementary school was state test, and then once you got to high school, you took regents.
You took regents
just to show that you're proficient in that subject, I guess.
No, but didn't you needed to pass them so that you could get your diploma? That's what it was.
Yeah, you needed to have
pass those regents
specific ones. Yeah.
To get you needed math. You needed living environment. You needed
Oh my God, living environment.
Yo, no, that class was horrible, bro. I passed the living environment regions with a 65 on the nose. I passed that region.
I got a 73. Yo, but I'm not gonna lie. After that one, don't take back my diploma. I cheated the whole way through. I cheated the whole way through high school, bro. I don't care. Like, bro, like, well, like, realistically, like, you work smart, not hard. All right. Know what I'm saying? But I don't know. I if they're doing it in replacement for something else, I don't see it as a bad thing. You know?
But it's what are you replacing it with?
That I don't know. That's what I'm saying. Like, if
you're losing your teachers because the DOE freaking sucks. There's so many teachers that are leaving the DOE,
but
because they're getting paid like freaking garbage.
You seen that they're trying to with the I think I'm not 1,000% sure. I think Trump said he's trying to get rid of the
DOE, yeah.
The DOE, remove tenure and all that, so people are getting paid properly for teaching.
Mm-hmm.
So, listen.
I think he said that he wanted to leave it up to the states, like for the states to decide like what they want to be like what's required, like if they want to bring back the regions.
So I'm assuming this is why this happened. But granted, too, they're also saying that it's also eliminating college dropout or high school dropouts. I mean, honestly, bro, think about it like this. I feel like kids nowadays got a lot more stress than kids before.
So they got more stress?
In my opinion. The only thing you're really stressing about is walking 2 miles to go to school. Nowadays, you got to stress about whether you got a Mary zone.
Wait, Mary
you know what I'm saying? Like, back in the day, you hear your parents are like, yeah, I had to walk 45 minutes to get to school. I go to school. I went to work after, and then I gotta walk another 2.5 hours home. Now, right? The only thing you're stressing really is that walk home. But now you gotta see if you got like a goose on or a Mary's, because if you walk in with a mismatched Nike tee, you look like a clown. That's pretty stressful, bro. Honestly, I wish I went to like a uniform school, bro. People were out dripping the fuck out of me. I was tight. Like imagine you got in a raffle for shoes, right? Mm-hmm. And then you see the person, you come in the next day and the guy has them on. Mm. That's crazy, bro. That's stress. I'm stressed. I have to get a job. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like a lot now. I don't know the statistic, but I feel like there's a lot more dropouts in high school. I mean, clearly it has to be in New York if they want to remove these types of tests to make it easier for them to graduate. But did we even really benefit from the Regents? Did you benefit from that? Like, you got a 65 on living environment.
And they was like, all right, you passed, congratulations. In the United States, over 1.2 million students drop out of high school each year, which is about one student every 26 seconds.
Damn.
The overall dropout rate has decreased from 7% in 2012 to 5.3% in 2022. So it went down. But
can that be attested to making it easier to graduate, or can that be attested to the time that students are getting smarter and, you know, able to not stress so much about school to feel like they got to drop out? You know?
I don't know. But, I mean...
And even then, it says there that we have a graduation rate of 86%, which dropped from the year before, which was 87%. I mean, it's only 1%, but even then, that's still a drop, you know?
Yeah. I don't know. Would you think that's better because they took it away?
I mean, if we're going purely off numbers, it's going to look better. Mm-hmm. But if they take it away and kids are still dropping out, then it's like, what's the point? Personally, I don't think we ever benefited from the Regents. I was taking my Regents to pass. I wasn't taking my Regents because I knew the topic. I'm trying to pass this test because I want to graduate.
Like, are you a good test taker?
I would say so.
Like, you're good at like multiple choice and short answers.
No, yeah, for sure.
I suck at that. Like, I am a horrible test taker, bro. Horrible. Because I feel like once I go into the class, I low-key forget what I studied.
I don't study.
Okay, my bad.
I don't study. I've only ever studied one time in my career. In my educational career, I've only studied one time, and I was in college. And that was with this one test, but that shit was so fucking hard. Everyone in the class failed to the point where they had to
curve it.
Yeah, they had to curve it, and I got an 80. And in reality, I got a 45. Yo, I don't know. It's just I don't see the requirement. Like, I don't see how we benefit from tests. I mean, it tests your proficiency on the topic, but is it 65 really passing? Like, I know a little bit over half of what was on the test. Does that mean like I'm knowledgeable on it?
I guess so.
I don't know.
You're average.
Yeah, I mean, it don't really make sense. Like, what the fuck? Like, you ever seen those shits where like kids in your class would be like, "Yo, miss, how we gonna use this in the real world?"
Yeah.
And then, like, I seen one shit. This dude was in a taxi. He was like, can you find the square root of this? Blah, 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 blah. He goes, what? And he was dead ass win, like 500,000. He didn't get the answer. He didn't get 500,000.
Oh, that's cool.
That's funny.
I mean, I wouldn't get the answer either.
I would.
So, how do you think that that COVID affected the education system?
Shit, I mean, that was a year, same thing, Regents, you automatically passed. I think there was a lot of things that were forgiven throughout that time. Like, I had to hand in the paper. Yo, thank God, bro. That shit was like 10 pages. 10 pages, double space. But still, I didn't have to do it anymore. I didn't have to do anything. It was like, yo, we're just going to pass you guys. That's when colleges had pass or fails. Yeah. So it was easier for you to get by. And I think they started implementing that into colleges now, where you have a certain amount of pass or fails that you could do, or it's either like you could do one a semester.
I think that's like private school, because I don't have that shit.
I had it. You went to CUNY, right?
Yeah.
I had it.
I don't have it.
I think you do. I think you just gotta check. But yeah, I mean, from just the educational system to like social norms and just being glued to like a screen for close to like 6 hours. I mean, I was on it for what, like 4 hours, so I can imagine like going through a whole. What did they do for gym?
You just passed.
What did they do for gym? Like they had you do a jumping jacks on Zoom. Yo, let us know in the comments what y'all was doing if you had.
Imagine.
Now imagine they're like, Bertram, your camera's not on. Why aren't you doing jumping jacks? I don't know, bro. I don't feel like I really learned anything during that time of COVID. So like I could imagine how kids you got to give more attention to ended up, getting through that grade.
Yeah, because it's like Arlette said that there was a lot of kids that were already behind that they moved to the next level during that year. That it's like you weren't really supposed to be there.
You weren't ready for it.
Yeah, like you weren't ready for it, and then on top of that, you send kids home, and some of them don't have, technology or the computer to log onto these classes. I think they provided them.
Yeah, I think they provided some of them.
But it's
with
like,
the information.
how many of them actually
used it for that?
No, not even that. How many actually got them? Like, do you think that New York State actually sent out like technology for every single student?
I mean,
doubt it.
I don't know. And that's the problem. Like I feel like that point right there was when we got stuck behind. But I mean, I don't know what would be a better method than what we had at that time, because I don't think we just ever had something like that happen to that degree.
I feel like what COVID did was highlight the flaws that were already there.
Yeah.
So it was like all the bad things that were already happening, it just magnified it.
Yeah.
And showed that it's real issues. But I feel like it messed up kids moving forward, especially like in college, because at least in college, you have like, if you don't go to class, nobody cares. Like the teacher, it's not gonna freaking text you and be like, hey, like, you should show up to class. So it's like a lot of kids that started out college in 2020 and were on computers for 2 years, and then the third year, it wasn't like they transitioned them to it like, oh, we're gonna do hybrid. We're going to do hybrid for the first semester, then the second semester you come fully in person. Mm-hmm. It's not like they did that. It was just, online, and then next year, okay, we're back. It was like jump right into it. I could imagine how much the attendance level struck down after COVID, because it's like nobody even wanted to go back to work. Imagine school. Yo. Imagine going back to school. You're not even getting paid to go, and you're just like, oh, they're gonna force you to go. I mean, you're required to go, and you have the option of honestly not going.
I was playing Fortnite, bro. That's what I was doing. I was playing fucking Fortnite. Fortnite and 2K. I don't know, man.
You ever seen the memes that it was like the kid sleeping and like the teacher's calling him, and she's like, Jerome, what's the answer to number 3? And he's like, 14. She's like, this is English. And he's like, oh, and he closes the laptop and he goes back to bed.
What the fuck?
This
is English.
It's like that. Like that 2020 year was a joke. Like, freaking kids in high school got to pass their regents if they never took it or they didn't pass it. Like let's say you failed the algebra regents your freshman year and you still didn't pass it and you were gonna retake it your senior year. They just let you slide and they let you go on.
But how important is education now for these kids when they just have so many options readily available at their fingertips?
That's a good topic. I feel like the problem with the education system is that I feel like it's been stuck for years. So it's like they're not trying to revamp what they feel like has worked for years, but not knowing that kids have so many options nowadays. Yeah. So it's like there's so many ways that you can make a name for yourself or make money that it's like, why do I have to listen to the Pythagorean theorem?
Bro, like think about it like this. You know the Costco guys?
No.
You never heard of the Costco guys? Are you dead ass?
What is that?
So
The Costco guys?
no, you know this reminded me of like when people are like making podcasts and they actually say something like really generic and they're like, what? Like they're like tie your shoes. And they're like, what? You tie your shoes or something like that.
Yeah.
But like, but they're basically these this guy and two kids. I don't know if they're related or not, but he pretty much would go to Costco and they would just do like, you can't go to Costco without getting a double chunk chocolate cookie. Or then they'd be like, you can't go to Costco. We're Costco guys. Of course you get a chicken bake. You never seen that shit?
I've seen like those kind of ones.
But they got like a whole fan base off of that. Like they were on Jimmy Kimmel for that. And then you got the Rizzler. That nigga's cool as shit.
I feel like I've heard of that one.
It's just kids, bro. And one of them's damn near dead. But like, it's just kids.
Yeah.
And, bro, they're making more money than like a lot of adults out there right now that's been in the job for like 30, 40 years.
I mean, yeah, and
It's crazy.
You even got kids in high school that are probably making more money than their teachers.
Yeah, bro, off just music, off YouTube, Twitch, TikTok. Like, it's crazy. It's really crazy. So that's why I put in perspective is like, how important is education right now when these kids are already figuring out a method of going beyond what they already have. Like I feel like I went to school because I had no idea what the fuck I had going on in my life. But some of these kids got it all figured out. Like, why are you 18 with an M5 Common Midnight Purple with white bucket seats? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It don't make no sense. But some people got the method, bro. Some people they got the sauce. They made it out.
But it's like, the thing is, most kids can't look to that. They can't look to that and be like, oh, like, you know, this dude's doing this, so I could do that. I mean, you can.
No, not everybody,
but it's like
that, yeah, for sure.
You know, not everybody can. Not everybody you might not have the same drive as that person. That person might actually work 20 times harder than you. You just don't see it because he doesn't post it on social media. But it's like, you know, you still need the fundamentals. I feel like most kids at least need the fundamentals because it's like you can't rely on being like, oh yeah, like I'm gonna be a YouTube sensation. Like, you don't know if that's gonna work out for you.
No, yeah, for sure. But I mean, in terms of people getting mad about the regions, like people removing the regions.
Yeah.
Granted, I'm tight because I had to take all of them. So why the fuck don't you?
How D?
But still,
That's not fair at all.
It's just in terms of these kids are developing way faster, like way faster than us. When I was 15, 16, I was like, damn. What Pokemon cards am I gonna get? Or like, what Beyblade am I taking with me to the laundromat to battle the kids? You know what I'm saying? Not 16. Not 16 is crazy. I was like 10. Nah, imagine 16 Beyblades. Nah, that's crazy. But yeah, bro, it's crazy. I feel like they're just making way more money than the average 16-year-old back in the day. Like, bro, what was minimum wage is like what, like $10? Kids is making like 30 times that. Just sit in front of a screen and shit.
Yeah.
Insanity.
I don't know.
College?
I'm looking at the statistic of how many kids from high school go into college. It says 61.4. No, 61.4% of high school graduates were enrolled in college, but lower than the rate in October 2019. That was in 2022.
So less kids are going to college now. I mean, the thing with college is I feel like you go to college because you would rather a for sure, I don't even want to say for sure method out. It's a more guaranteed way of getting a good job later on in life. Now, are there people that's gone to college and haven't got a job yet? That's me. There's plenty of other people that haven't. And it's a safer route than people that have it figured out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I'm looking at enrollment by race. 33% Hispanics enrolling college.
We're Europeans. Because I'm German.
Not out there, bro.
Are we included in white? Or?
Europeans, though.
But yeah, man, I feel like I don't know. I think a lot more kids are kind of more or less knowing that they have a different plan, whether that's just being creative and being themselves and making money through their own personality and their likeness. Is that the right word to say?
Mm-hmm.
I think that's why. That could be one of the reasons why, or just, I mean, kids are getting a lot more freedom. Because I mean, I feel like now the kids that are growing up are kids that had parents that forced them into college, so they're having their kids be like, "Oh, if you want to go, you can."
Mm-hmm.
No?
Yeah.
Dropouts, 32% around the United States.
Every year.
Every year.
Yeah.
So, wait.
32.9% of college students drop out every year.
What was the statistic for? It was said that there was at least one dropout every 26 seconds. Is that high school? That was high school, right?
I think so. I think that was high school. Yeah.
I mean, damn, bro.
32.
And I think the statistic, I don't know for 1,000%, but it was like only 50% of college students actually even graduate.
Mm.
You ever checked your school's graduation rate?
Yeah. I think I did when I was applying to it.
I think my school for John Jay at the time was like 40%.
Oof.
And I was like, damn.
That's low.
I know. Wait, check
57.
John Jay. Check John Jay. 57% is not bad. But I don't know. How do you get your graduation rate back up? Like, how? Oh, nah.
67.
We're calm.
God damn.
We're calm. W. John Jay. Shout out John Jay. Yeah,
Damn,
I did
bro,
that thing.
Rook passes everybody. They got 72.
Damn.
You probably don't even, like, all you gotta do is go
But
to class.
everybody I talk to that goes to Baruch says they hate Baruch.
I mean, it's supposedly one of the best business schools.
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised, honestly. But, I mean, everyone that goes this is I guess I lied. Where did I see that graduation rate then? I don't know. Nonetheless, I just feel like the college whole thing is just, it's slowly going away because of the money thing and people understanding what they want out of life after high school.
Yeah.
And I guess colleges doesn't fit in most people's plans because, I mean, most of the time, I mean, if I had the choice, nigga, I'm not going to college. That's just me. Would you? If you had the choice, you would still go to college? Or would you just have enrolled in trade school?
I would have just enrolled in trade school if I would have knew that from the beginning.
Exactly.
But it says about half of Latinos who enroll in a 4-year college do not end up graduating. Half.
Damn. Also lower than their white peers, 65.
Jesus Christ. But it's like, I see that stat and I believe it because there's, sometimes, they don't grow up in the best household conditions. So it's like they also have to work from an early age to help out in the house. Like somebody that we know,
Yeah.
I don't know if you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
But, she's a workhorse and she works very hard. So it's like, to work 2 jobs and then go to school at the same time, it's like, that's insane.
I don't know. I just feel like these times is, you either got to be really creative or really smart right now. And that's the thing. A lot of these kids are just really creative. So their way of not going to college and making money is just, shit is working, bro. It's working. So I'm not even mad that these are the rates. I'm only be mad if you're saying you don't want to go to college and you don't want to do anything else on the side.
Mm-hmm.
And you're letting yourself just, I don't know what's the word, I guess just soak in your own sadness and just be home doing nothing.
Yeah. If you don't go to college, you have to understand that you have to work 10% harder than the rest of, like, everybody else.
No, yeah. I mean, I tell people college is just your way of understanding what you want to do. If you know what you want to do, I don't recommend college for you. Like, if /1 I have kids, I'm going to have a conversation with them. Like, listen, do you know what you want to do? And how do you plan to get to that part? If college doesn't fit in that plan, then I'm cool with it. But you have to have a plan.
Mm-hmm.
You have to have this set out. You have to have a guideline for yourself. You got to hold yourself accountable for everything. Because at least when you go to college, you're being held accountable by other people. But that's your grades, your tuition. Like, these are all factors that hold you accountable in life. And if you have another method outside that you can do by holding yourself accountable, who am I going to stop you? Who am I to stop you? I mean, I'm your dad, but like still. You know?
Yeah. I don't know. We'll see. But it's like how most people say, like, I feel like it's going to get a little easier in the future, because it's like a lot of them probably aren't used to, like, you know, because grew up behind the screen and stuff like that. So they're gonna find maybe opportunities to make money through YouTube, through platforms like that. But if you're a hard worker and you're mentally strong and tough, you're gonna run over all of them. Because it's like they're not gonna have your grind, they're not gonna have, you know, your hustle, because it's like they're behind the screen, you know what I mean?
I'm just hoping that my future podiatrist hadn't cheated on Quizlet to pass her tests, or his tests.
Your future what?
Podiatrist as a kid doctor.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, that's one of my fears right now. I'm scared that, like, in the future I'm gonna have, like, a dentist. I'd be like,
I cheated.
By the way, I cheated my whole way through college. He's watching the video on how to do my shit. I'm like, bro, come on, bro. You know?
Open up YouTube real quick. Put it on the screen so I can see it.
Yeah, it's crazy because, like, even, like, barbers nowadays aren't going through, like, conventional barber school.
Yeah. I mean, I don't feel like that's nothing new.
Mechanics aren't going through fucking thing. They're just like, yo, here's how you install a downpipe on your M5 Compliment, whatever. And they're just, bro, they're YouTube, bro, everything is online. So it's like, why go to school? Just be homeschooled. But it's just the structure of school that it gives you, and the sociability of being in that type of setting.
There's people that say that you don't need to go to college because everything that you want to know you can find online.
Yeah,
but it's like, will you actually do it? Because it's like,
where do you start too?
Yeah, because it's like yeah, it's all there. Don't get me wrong. He's 100% right. It's all on YouTube. Everything that you need to know is on YouTube. Some way, somehow, you can find it. But it's like, when are you going to start? Because you're going to be like, oh, it's always there. Like, I could just start next week. I can start the day after.
Yeah. Like I said, I mean, college just keeps a structure for you. If you have that structure within yourself, then by all means, bro, do it that way. However, you're not going to have, like, proof that you know all this until like you go in front of, like, you can't learn law entirely. You got to take the bar exam to really go to law school and show people that you know what you're talking about.
Let's say you were an employer, right? And you're about to hire somebody for a job. Would you take option A? Option A was A+ student, didn't have a job though, but was in a bunch of extracurriculars, you know, clubs and stuff like that. And graduated with an honors degree. Okay. Or would you take option B? That guy, his 4-year, he's a B+ student, had a job, probably did some extracurriculars on the side, but his grades weren't held to the same standard as this other dude.
So the only difference is
option A. Or
this
option
one
B.
didn't have a job, and this one had a job, but he had a B+.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll take the B+.
Why would you say the B+?
I mean, I feel like he would have more experience in that field.
I feel like
but I know that through someone else's lens, it's gonna be like, okay, this is like a better candidate because they look smarter, they think this and that. You know what I'm saying? They're not gonna really take into account, like, okay, this kid wasn't in school as much because he had a job. Like, there's not people that are gonna take into consideration these factors, especially with the abundance of people applying for jobs now.
Yeah. I would take. I feel like most people now are looking to option B because they're like, okay, he was probably a B- student, you know, but at least he did have a job. He did have, he still did perform in extracurriculars and stuff like that. I would choose option B because it's like he's learned how to at least get pretty good grades and have a job at the same time. So I feel like.
Do you think people are looking at that?
I feel like most people will. Yeah.
So what do you think you would change? What would you change in regards to how these kids are growing up? Whether that be pretty much anything, like social norms, stuff like that, technology consumption or availability. What would you change?
As to technology consumption, I think that there's this place I forgot. I think it was I don't know if it was Alaska. No, where's Alaska?
Where's Alaska?
Yeah.
I think it's closer north.
Okay, so I think it was Alaska. But they banned social media for kids under 16. So I feel like that's what we should do, you know. I would say that the DOE should offer more classes that, like, you know, don't pertain to, like, I don't know, like in high school there's a lot of testing and some kids aren't good test takers, you know, so it's like offer something that's I lost my train of thought.
Like you want to revamp it in terms of making it more with the times.
Yeah, keep it up with the times. So it's like keeping up with social norms, offer classes that, you know, will actually help you and you can use them in the future and stuff like that. Like, I'm not saying you shouldn't teach math, but there are certain things that you learn in math that you'll never use again in your life. So it's like, why are you wasting your time teaching it? I feel like those things, if you take those out and actually replace them with something that's beneficial to how you're going to use it in the future, then it's going to make the DOE stronger and it'll, you know, help a lot of kids in the future.
I agree. I feel like there's a lot of things education-wise that we could definitely improve upon. Not even just in, I mean, I don't want to just say just in the United States. I feel like everywhere else has a better educational system and a better representation of what they should come out of with it.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I totally agree. I definitely think we should revamp it. However, with social media, I don't think we should ban it. But I think that the sweet spot is like how it was in 2013. Be honest, you was on social media in 2013?
I don't remember what I was doing.
Exactly. I could tell you how many TikToks I watched yesterday. That's a problem. It's like back in 2013, it was an available thing where people would, you know, connect with other people around the world. But it wasn't to the point where it was like making you depressed because you saw M5 comment Midnight Purple with white bucket seats. You know what I'm saying? Like that makes me depressed because it's like, why don't I have that? You know what I'm saying? But now on a real note, it's like I feel like it should be readily available for you to consume things at a proper rate. I feel like now since there's so many people on it, there's so many people that have it available. It's just so convoluted and there's so many things that you shouldn't be seeing on there. Especially as a child. Yeah. Like, I shouldn't hear that your dream job is to be an influencer. Like, what happened to being an astronaut or, like, a cop or something? You know? Yeah. So, I think that sweet spot is 2013, back in the day where you watch a funny video, you repost it, your friends laugh, you go the next day at school, you be like, yo, why'd you repost that frog jumping off a rock? You know what I'm saying? But other than that, I feel like... social media and technology is developing at a rate where we're not really doing it for a benefit, but we're doing it for attention. We're seeing who could get more buys, clicks, and it's affecting us negatively and in terms of making us more lazy. In my opinion. I don't know if that's, you know what I'm saying? That's just how I feel about it. But other than that, that's it. It's the only real thing I'd change.
Yeah, I agree.
Do we hug her now or?
This has been the K&A podcast. Road to 100.
Hold on, yo. Before we leave, rest in peace, One Stock. You the GOAT, bro. You did your thing, bro. B58 King. Know that is?
I don't know what stock is.
It's a street racer. He had died recently in Queens.
Oh, I mean, I saw that.
Rest in peace, that man. Rest in peace.
Road to 100. Keep liking, keep sharing. We appreciate y'all. Much love. Kenny.
Peace. Let's go. What are we getting to eat? You don't want nothing? All right. I got him. That was funny, right? See you later! So yeah, I pump faked them.
Get home, go home, get home, go home.